Today I'm going to be talking about which career I would like to go into and a little bit about it. So I want to become a registered nurse. I'm currently working on my AA and AS, which will both need to be completed before I can enter a nursing program. So a few companies hiring in my industry are Broward General, Miami Children's Hospital, and Holy Cross Hospital. Those are just a select few currently hiring, and I know there are plenty more other hospitals right now hiring, I think just due to COVID-19. But walking in a nurse's shoes for a day would include performing diagnostic tests and analyzing results, administering medications, operating medical equipment, recording patients' symptoms and recording patients' medical histories, and helping a patient with their rehab. So the expected salary for a nurse annually would range between $66,000 to $86,000, and an hour can range between $24 to $36 an hour, just depending on how much school you completed. I know it ranges. So some responsibilities for a nurse in a day would include observing and recording patients' behavior, performing physical exams and diagnostics tests, collecting patients' health records, educating patients about treatment plans, and administrating medications, wound care, and other treatment options. And a question going around is whether this industry is growing or shrinking. The answer is yes, it is growing. It's honestly constantly growing, especially with our population constantly aging and growing. The Bureau of Labor Statistics also added how between 2012 and 2022 that the nursing industry would grow 19%. So far it has. In order to get myself hired as a nurse, there are a few requirements. To become a nurse, I will need to earn at least an associate's degree. That would be to become a registered nurse. However, if I wanted to open my options, let's say become a trauma nurse, I will have to go back and get my bachelor's degree, which I may personally do. You will also need to take a National Counselor licensure exam, which you will need to score at least an 80% or higher in order to become a registered nurse, which different hospitals also always have different requirements. I'm not entirely sure at which hospital I want to enter, but it will have to be looked into, of course. The degree I will receive is an associate's degree as of now, which will include about 60 credit hours. But if I do want to go back and get my bachelor's degree in the future, it will include about 120 credit hours. I'm looking at transferring to FIU, which their average GPA of acceptance is 3.7. However, that is just their average. They do accept lower, which can be a 3.0 or higher. The generic nursing program is about 18 months. I'm expected to get my AA in spring of 2021 and will hopefully enter the nursing program fall of 2021. Therefore, I will be expected to graduate from the nursing program in 2022, and then I might go back and get my bachelor's degree graduating in 2024. There are a few ways to enhance my opportunities as a nurse and take advantage of internships, finding a mentor, or simply volunteering just to put more things on my application. I know will definitely help with my experience for that position. There are no specifics. I know volunteering though is really good, so I probably will enter volunteering once this is all over, of course. So something that would separate me from others is being exposed to a lot of, illness in my life. My dad personally is sick, and I've seen a lot, and I've done a lot. I have nurses come to my house, and they kind of teach me, my mom, how to take care of him, and my mom works full time, so a lot of the time, a lot of it is put on me. One thing to separate myself from others is how my dad, he has something called a trach, which is a tube that is inserted through your neck and all the way down to your lungs, which is really common, and a lot of nurses have to know how to do, how to clean it and change the capula. There's a lot of different things to it that I know just with experience from my dad. So I think that would kind of put me in an advantage from kind of being exposed to everything at a little bit of a younger age. So a few questions I have prepared is for the Broward General specifically Broward General, just because that is a hospital I kind of been looking into. I also researched a little bit about it, and I found it was interesting how the Children's Hospital were awarded the Women's Choice Award, an award which recognizes an extraordinary patient experience for women and their families. And I just kind of want to know, like, how did they prepare their nurses and faculty to accomplish something so extraordinary like that? And also, I researched how their nurses give back to the community by providing education, participating in outreach and injury prevention activities, and conducting research to further improve the quality of care we deliver. And that is something I've always been very passionate of and honored to be a part of. Like, I would love to go back and, like, give back to the community, something that I've personally, like, always wanted, and I always wanted to, like, take care of others and help others and make people feel better. So that's something I would probably ask.